Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. Jay, Mike, bringing you a spoiler review of You're Next. Basically, you already know the plot. Check out the spoiler or non-spoiler if you want to know right now. But if you've already seen this movie, which is this is for you.
Don't watch this if you haven't seen the movie.
Pretty much.
Giving shit away.
You're next to be spoiled. Really, this whole movie is about an insider job, an inheritance scam. That's it. Yeah. I mean, there's two out of three brothers are in on the scam. They hire these people with those little masks on to come in and kill their family so that they can get rich when their mom and dad die. That's it.
Yeah, I would say, like, I like this movie. I thought the movie looked amazing. I thought the direction was great. It was a really stylish movie. It was a fun 80s slasher type feel movie. But I gotta tell you guys, you gotta work on your twists a little bit. I saw every twist in this movie coming from a mile away.
Yeah, it's funny. He noticed the one guy who was like, that guy's probably in it. I was like,
the bearded guy that looks like he's from Day to Remember.
His name was Crispin.
Yeah.
And then the other guy's name was Felix, and the other guy's name was Drake. Awesome. But he was like, yeah, Crispin's in on it. And I was like, then it was like a few minutes later, I was like, that Felix guy's acting really disjointed. He didn't care what's going on. I think he's in on it too. And then like peanut butter and jelly came together.
That scene where they killed his dad and he's just standing there. I mean, you knew because he was so emotionless. Yeah. But the guy with the bear mask just walks over and just like takes his hat off and just stand there. And I was the only one in the theater. I found it funny for some reason. I was sitting there laughing my balls off.
Well, we both laughed. There's a lot of scenes like I don't know if they were meaning for to be funny, but sometimes the acting was just so bad at certain points. It was just funny as fuck. Like the guy steps like the. Sharni Vincent, this Australian girl, she comes over and she's basically a survivalist, is what she says. She grew up in a survivalist.
Cool backstory, by the way, for a scream queen. I mean, that's a badass backstory they gave her.
Well, she came to the States when she was 15, but she can do all this crazy shit. See, Macaulay Culkin's the house up and can fight the shit out of people. But they're like, how did you learn all this stuff? She's like, she was a survivalist in Australia in the outback. And
her dad was one of those paranormal guys.
And so he took her and trained her and all this shit. She was actually like, I cannot get over how badass she was. Like, but I'm saying that her acting and the way they developed her was good. Yeah. The only problem with I thought, like what I'm saying was funny, was sometimes it was the bad guys, one of the masks. Like she sets these boards up with nails sticking, and he steps on them. So he comes to the house. It reminded me of Home Alone when he steps on that nail, and he's like, "Motherfucker, God!"
You know what it reminded me of, dude? It reminded me of the Walmart commercial where the clown is like, "Happy." Yeah. And he jumps out, he jumps on the toy, and he's like, "Ah!"
But it was so funny about it though, because I know it's unintentional, but he like sticks his head in like this. And he just stayed there looking around, and he sees the board, like the one board that he can obviously see, but there's one right underneath the windowsill. So he's like all happy. He's like, and then he steps out. He's like, ah.
And that's honestly, I mean, how stupid is that? But I mean, that's another thing that I will detract from the movie though, is that the bad guys weren't very formidable. No. I mean, they weren't that scary or menacing. It's like, I get it that they were in the army and stuff together, but they were just like a couple, they just look like a couple punk, Middle Agers.
Well, in the end, the girl, Sharni Vincent, Erin, I think's her name in the movie, she finds out that there's this big conspiracy going on. The only one that got her like kind of fucked up was that she finds out Crispin, who's her boyfriend, I guess, or her fiance, her boyfriend, is in on it too.
Sorry.
Well, I'm just saying, he drives away earlier in the film and he's gone, and then she kills Felix when she finds out what they did, and she kills his girlfriend too because she's in on it as well. And then Crispin calls and is like, "Felix, is it done? I can't kill him, I just don't like blood. I'm a pacifist."
Yeah.
And she finds out.
It's like the most obvious shit ever. And not only that, but they gave it away. I mean, by the way he was acting, just his face, the way he would look when nobody was around or whatever. And then he goes and I knew it was him when he goes out to the car. Everybody's dying and shit outside. That bitch got it in the throat by that line. That was pretty cool, by the way. But he goes out to his car and opens the trunk and is just like hanging out. Comes back in 10 minutes later. Nobody shoots him with an arrow. Nobody chases him down or anything. It was like, I mean, come on, it's obvious. And then he goes to get help and never comes back.
I guess everybody...
You knew he was going to show up again.
Well, I guess everybody that was around him, like his family and stuff, that weren't suspecting, like, he must be kissed by an angel.
Yeah.
Nobody will touch him.
Yeah.
But as far as death scenes go, that was a pretty badass scene when when the Erin girl sticks a blender on Felix's head and turns it on and chops his fucking head off.
That's when she went into full on like crazy yet awesome territory. That was fucking
You'd hear this music going.
It reminded me of what they were going for in Last House on the Left, the remake where she puts his head in the microwave. Yeah. Like they were going for that type of thing in that movie. This movie pulls it off well. That was badass. And then she's Steven Seagal, Tommy Lee Jones, Under Siege, that girl in the head by stabbing her in the head.
Abusive.
With the knife, and then, but yeah, no.
Yeah, there's one scene where she rolls on some glass, and they show it like her pulling it out of her fucking leg. I'm like, oh my god, that's so fucking gross, Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah, and then you realize the motive halfway through too. You're like, oh, rich kids, they're killing off their parents, they're doing it for inheritance.
It's not really original. I mean,
none of this movie is original except for like the way that they do it. Like it feels like an 80s action movie mixed with like Drive. I don't know, because like the clean way it's shot, it looks really good. It's shot really well. The out of place, ironic, but yet really badass and cool music over top of these scenes. When she's putting shit together and she's booby trapping the house and all that shit, that music that was playing, I was getting pumped.
That was badass. Yeah. Well, the thing also, Well, towards the end, you know, Crispin comes back. He sees that all of his family's dead, and basically that Aaron has found out everything. She knows everything, and he's trying to convince her now. He's like, "Well, I'm the only person alive, so I'm gonna get all these millions of dollars. So come with me." He's fucked. He knows he's fucked, and he keeps walking towards her. She's got a knife. You know this bitch just annihilated everybody. But he's like, "I love you. We're gonna get married," and then she's like, "Fuck it," and then she stabs him in the fucking throat, and then in the eye, and then the cop comes in. She called 911.
I was waiting on that damn axe to drop because we never got to see it. You knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, she set this axe up to drop on the door. The cop shoots her because he's like through the door. He's like, "Oh my god!" And he shoots her because he just saw this girl stab this guy in the face.
You know, he kind of felt like a badass. He was like, "I did it."
Yeah, and he walks out to his car. It's like, "Send him back up in medics," and then he goes back to the front door, and then that axe comes in. She tries to yell him to stop, and that's not gonna work.
I think it was kind of corny how they ended it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, like that. It was all right. Almost pulled it off good, but I think they should have shown the thing going through the guy's face to make it more like less cartoony, because you heard like the splat and it was like, "You're next," and I was like, I don't know, but still, I thought it was a badass movie. I gave it a 7.5.
Yeah, it's a 7.0. It's a fun movie, guys. I mean, it really is. I wasn't expecting it to be that fun. I mean, it kind of turns itself on the head because it's not as original, and nowhere near as original as like Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Was it Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like that. Like, I totally was blown away by that movie because I was going in a totally different kind of movie that I thought I was seeing. This movie is kind of like that, though. I thought it was going to be like a Stranger ripoff, and it turned out to be more of an 80-ish, like you said, slasher flick. So
yeah, they took something that's been done 1,000 times. It's completely unoriginal, but they filmed it really clean, and they made it really slick, and they did it their own way, and it was just like, it was a well-oiled fucking home invasion flick.
That's right.
With some fun shit.
But, you know, I mean, I know that people aren't going to like it or whatever, but it's just a fun movie. I mean, that's all it's for.
I think people will enjoy it.
Some people,
I think it'll work for both crowds, because people who aren't into horror and stuff like that just want to be scared.
But I don't want
those
those
jump scares. They'll get that too.
I don't want those cocksmokers to be like the ones that like want to go see it. Like, this is stupid. It's not really a horror movie at all.
I just wish it scared me. That's the only thing.
I didn't even like the jump scares were there. That's about it.
Yeah. So that's our review for it, guys.
7.5.
Question of the day. Question of the day.
Do you like chainsaws? That's all we're doing.
What remaining horror movie on the docket are you most excited to see? Because I think they've mostly ran their course. The Conjuring's been out. Your Next has been out.
No, okay, I'll tell you the one I'm looking most forward to seeing is Insidious 2. That's right.
I knew it because that's mine too. I can't wait for that fucking movie. We'll have a review for that on Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Scary. You got asthma? Get that cock out.
I'm Mike. He's Jay. We'll see you guys next time on
Kung Fu Karate.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.